I quit.
What the fuck?
It was the rap.
Yeah, no, that's dead. Hell yeah, brother.
Traumatizing.
We're a murder podcast! Hi there, I'm Audie.
I'm Danny.
Girl, that wasn't even words!
Annalise!
And welcome to Breakfast with Bimbos! Elise crashed it out today.
I'm having a tough time.
Smallest voice ever.
These are my favorite things to edit.
That reminds me of the shrimp. My sister had a baby.
My sister had a baby, and then she died, so I took it over, and then it lost all its limbs. You know, I watched Shark Tale for the first time last week.
Really?
I had never seen Shark Tale.
That was my favorite fucking movie.
I had never seen it, and Travers and Isaac were like, what do you mean you've never fucking seen Shark Tale? We're coming over tonight and we're watching it. And I was like, okay. So they came over and we watched it, and I was like, I want y'all to know, I didn't look up shit before watching that film.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Uh-huh.
Going into that movie blind, crazy.
The amount
Good
of
movie,
stars
but
in that movie, insane.
Oh, yeah. I had a crush on the fish.
The girlfish.
Yeah, what
Lola.
was her name? Lola.
That's the thing. Like, I told Elise, yeah, I'm gonna watch Shark Tale, and she said, have you seen the hot girlfish? First thing out of her mouth. Anyway, guys.
Great minds think alike.
Close your eyes. We gotta bring up what we're talking about today.
My eyes are watering.
I'm sorry. We've been laughing too hard. I just got done showing them the last YouTube video I edited.
Y'all just need to go watch it. It's fucking amazing.
There's no way to describe the things that my
No.
brain does. This is not a request. I was selfish today.
Oh.
But it's a weird one. Today we are talking about...
Can I open my eye?
Yes.
I already opened mine.
Okay.
Today we are talking about the disappearance of Cynthia Jane Anderson. So you've probably never heard of this. I had never heard of this. This is the story of a young 20-year-old who literally went missing out of thin air.
Oh.
And has never been seen again.
Okay.
So, sorry guys, we're doing another Unsolved.
Of course we are!
Oh, yay!
So we're in August 1981. So Cynthia Jane Anderson was 20 years old and being raised in a very religious and strict household of fundamental Christians.
Oh.
Okay.
When I say she's in church every day, I mean she's in church every damn day. Sometimes multiple times a day.
Did she not go to school?
She's 20.
Right.
And I mean church camp, church swimming groups, youth groups, summer events, praise and worship, Sunday church, church parties, church. Also, Michael Anderson, which is Cynthia's father, only had one sentence to describe his daughter. A very obedient girl. Ew. Fuck you.
Ew.
Nasty. That was...
I didn't know I could make that sound.
Danny said, ew.
That's
It sounded like,
perfect.
you know the mice in Coraline? So, her parents were so strict, she still had curfews, rules at home, but she did have a boyfriend. But I think it's because they met in the church. But also, she's 20 fucking years old. I hope she's allowed to have a damn boyfriend.
Yeah.
What year?
1981.
Okay, so they don't have our day cartoons.
What? The mouth was moving. Nothing was coming out.
Audio listeners, Elise is opening her mouth and closing it like a fish.
Not a single word.
Sorry, the only thing that went through my head was fanboy and chum chum, and I was like, I can't say that. That makes no sense.
This photo made me think of, from MASH, the, like, spy.
Yes!
The spy people.
Oh my,
Wait.
from Mad Comics?
No, it's Mad. Okay.
Oh my god, that would be such a cute
Spy
I-
versus spy.
I've seen so many good tattoos of
Oh,
them.
yeah. I forgot about that.
Anyways.
I want a
Anyways,
tattoo of them, but it has to have a heart. They have to be in love.
And they were both boys.
Boys.
Mwah.
So Cynthia worked as a legal secretary in Teldo, Ohio, in a law firm that was in a strip mall. But she was preparing to quit to attend Bible college with her boyfriend.
Because of course she was.
Okay.
So the previous year, on the wall that was across from the law firm, aka where her desk sits, the window in front of it, right across from it. Something she has to look at every day.
Oh.
Somebody wrote, I love you, Cindy, in large letters with a small by GW next to it. And it sat there for 6 months.
Oh.
Oh my god.
According to people that worked in the outlet mall, Cynthia was the only Cindy that worked anywhere near that area. But Cindy had no idea who GW was. It did not match her boyfriend. She didn't even know anyone with those initials. So after 6 months, this message was finally covered up. The very next day, it is rewritten in bigger letters.
Oh
Petty
my
as
god.
fuck.
Yeah, but all I could think of was the guy like, oh, she just didn't see it. Like, what are you doing?
For 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
So in the summer of 1981, Cynthia began being harassed by anonymous phone calls at work. One of the law firm's clients, Larry Mullins, remembers a time when Cynthia received a call while he was in the office. He said that Cynthia picked up the phone and quickly hung up, only for the phone to ring again right afterwards, off the hook. According to Mullins, quote, she was scared. Honestly, sincerely scared.
Oh my god.
Apparently he did ask her afterwards, like, are you okay? And she said, oh, everything's fine, just regular phone calls, claiming that, just happens all the time. Tried to play it off, but he could tell something was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So Cynthia is starting to have reoccurring nightmares where she is being kidnapped and murdered by a stranger. So due to this rightfully deserved paranoia and the phone calls at work, her employers actually instruct her to lock the office doors even during business hours and only let people in as needed because they are fearing for her safety.
That's honestly really sweet.
It's
that they're
like
going
they actually
through these
care.
lengths.
Yeah, absolutely. But like that's the level we're talking about, to where she is so upset and clearly distraught that her own job is putting in things to help her feel comfortable.
Like safety precautions.
To the point, they also installed a panic button underneath her desk that would alert other people in the strip mall that she was in distress.
Oh.
Despite this, on Tuesday, August 4th of 1981, Cynthia skipped breakfast with her family and left her home around 8:30 in the morning. She drove to the law office and was seen several times around 9:45, but was never seen past 10 o'clock. So that's the time frame we have here. Around noon, her employer, James Rabbit, arrived at the law firm with another coworker. They found the lights on, radio on, air conditioner, everything was on, but the building was locked and nobody was inside.
Oh, was he in there? Where she got in there and she locked herself in?
I don't know. So
Ugh.
there's also the scent of nail polish or nail polish remover in the air, aka acetone.
Mm-hmm.
I bet he used that as some sort of like chloroform movement.
So Cynthia was also known that if she had to step out for any reason, she would leave a note like on the phone on her desk and put all of her calls on hold. Neither of these things were done. There was no sign of a struggle. Everything was where it should be. And her car was still parked in the parking lot. But her keys and her purse were missing. The scariest thing is that she was reading a romance novel that was left open on the desk, and it was open to the page where the main character gets kidnapped at knife point.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
And it is the only page in that entire book that anything violent happens.
Do you know what book it was?
I do not. I am sorry.
It's okay, I guess.
You guys always ask the one question I don't fucking think of.
It's because I'm stupid and I want answers.
But that is all we fucking know about her. Other than that, we only have conspiracy theories to talk about.
Shit.
She was never seen or heard from ever again. So she is still missing today.
I'm gonna beat someone up.
So theory number one, which is what we've already been leaning towards, is that she has an obsessed stalker. So the phone calls, the I love you Cindy signs. Someone definitely wanted to get her attention.
Oh, and like they would have to know how she could see it.
Girl, what?
You know how the person put "I love you, Cindy" by GW. They had to put it where they knew she could see it from her office.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if they're stalking her to this point, because they're calling the office, they know where she works.
Oh yeah, they can just stand there and look at her.
But also, like, the day after it got covered up, it was immediately back again. So they had to be someone close.
Yeah.
Also, I did some math. She would have been 64 today if she was still alive.
Yep.
So, like,
Which means she still could
she
be.
still could be alive.
Absolutely.
I don't think she is.
Okay, thanks, Elise.
I'm just gonna be honest. If she was kidnapped and it's been that long since she was kidnapped, you know.
So William Adams, who was the detective that worked on her case, worked with Cynthia's friends to try and figure out who GW could have been. They were only able to turn up one suspect, a maintenance man for the law firm building who had the same initials. Not only did he work in the building, but he had keys to all of the doors.
Oh.
No evidence was ever found, and no charges were ever brought because it was all circumstantial. Eventually, they do claim that a man, could not find out what his name was, but they claimed that a man came forward and claimed that he was the one who spray painted the I love you Cindy message, but the message was intended for a different Cynthia.
But she was the only one.
In that center, exactly.
Yeah.
So he's a liar.
Oop.
Also, the maintenance man with the keys. You said the office was locked from the inside. Could he have locked it from the outside?
Well, yeah, it was just locked, is the thing.
I wonder
yeah,
if
he
there
could have
was-
used a key from the outside.
If it wasn't him, I wonder if they, like, took her from the window or something.
Well, the only thing I can think of is what Elise was saying, which was they were already inside, or it was maybe a client that she let in, and then her car keys and her purse were gone. More than likely, the keys to the building were on her keys. So they just took her keys to lock it after they left.
Yeah.
Wait, did the maintenance man with the same initials, did he continue working there?
I'm not sure. I would assume so.
Okay, because if he didn't, suspicious.
So a month after Cynthia disappeared, police got an anonymous phone call from a very nervous, whispering female voice that claimed that Cynthia was being held in the basement of a white house. They claimed that there was 2 houses next door to each other that were both white and owned by the same family that lived out of town, and the son of that family was holding Cynthia hostage in the basement. The police tried to keep them on the line and begged for more details, but the caller hung up. They searched and searched for 2 white houses that were next to each other to try and investigate, but they found nothing. Even if it was 2 that were next to each other, they were owned by different people. They had to find 2 that were owned by the same family. So they never followed that lead.
I think this was them trying to lead them off their scent.
Yeah.
So theory number 2 is that Cynthia was not just kidnapped, she was murdered. But why was she murdered? Maybe she was murdered because she overheard about a drug deal conspiracy. So one of the attorneys that was working in the law office was named Richard Neller. One of his clients was Jose Rodriguez Jr. And in 1996, Neller and Rodriguez both were convicted for involvement in a long-time drug conspiracy. So authorities had a theory that possibly Cynthia overheard about their schemes, and she was kidnapped and murdered to make sure that she didn't tell anybody.
Oh.
And in the 1995 trial, one of the informants testified that Rodriguez admitted to having murdered Cynthia, but the judge ruled that the admittance was unreliable because of insignificant evidence.
And I'm sure that if he had a lawyer, they probably could have told him to be like, hey, you might get off easier if you just go ahead and, like, admit guilty.
Right? Like, you could have gotten a deal, basically.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. If he admitted to it, why wouldn't he tell them where the body is?
So he's not the one admitting it. It's the informant that was testifying. He's claiming that he was told by Rodriguez that Rodriguez killed her while Neller was there. And Neller was actually telling her, like, how dare you air my dirty laundry, basically. So this is an informant that just knew them and heard this story and came in to testify.
Wait, so the Rodriguez... whoever... Rodriguez, he's the one who was convicted.
Him and Neller were both convicted.
Couldn't they have just been like, hey, so we know you killed this girl, where's the body, we'll give you a lighter sentence?
They could have, but there was no circumstantial evidence. And here's the thing, when you go into a situation like that where you want to make a deal, you technically have to make that deal before they actually give you the information.
Right.
Yeah.
So they don't want to have false information and then give you a deal because you just lied.
Yeah.
Basically, normally when they do deals like that, it'll be something like they'll give them a little taste that they know something. This is not true by any means, but say that they were like, well, I know in the law firm that her pink scarf was left behind and that it was never told to the public. That would be something that's like, okay, you would have to know somebody associated with this crime to know that information.
Yeah.
Things like that are used for leverage. So considering they didn't give him a deal, he probably didn't have anything. Or for all we know, the informant was the one given a deal and he's either truthful or lying about it so that he got the deal.
And I'm sure they kept these people separate as well so they couldn't, like, conspire.
Exactly. So the 2 other possible murderers are brothers Anthony Cook and Nathaniel Cook, who are both convicted murderers.
Did they live next door to each other?
No, they're just brothers.
Okay.
I see what you're saying. No, I don't think so. But over the course of 16 months in the 1980s, the 2 brothers murdered at least 9 different people across Ohio, mostly young women. There is nothing to attach them to Cynthia. In fact, they actually adamantly deny that they were the ones that killed her.
Yeah.
Sign of the times.
But, you know,
But-
you're serial killing in the area at the time. We gotta look at you.
Yeah, you gotta explore your options.
So now we have theory number 3, which is somewhat the theory that I believe. What if Cynthia ran away because she was sick and tired of her strict family?
That was exactly what I was thinking.
As we've already said, the Anderson household was a really strict one. Cynthia's sister described, quote, "My parents wanted us involved in the church, and we were." And she describes it in a way of like, you didn't get a choice. You were gonna go whether you liked it or not. So maybe Cynthia was afraid of attending Bible college, giving up her job at the law firm, having to go to this college with her boyfriend, which who knows if she even liked. Maybe she decided she wanted a new life, but knew that she couldn't do that underneath her parents' watch and just disappeared. What if she staged these phone calls and claimed she had these nightmares just to make the story up?
Yeah.
This would explain why there's no signs of a struggle, why the romance novel was turned to the kidnapping page, why the spray paint showed up and they couldn't find anybody that did it. There was also a substantial amount of money left in her bank account. And if you're gonna just go off and have a new life, you need money to support that.
Yeah.
Why would you leave the money? But on the other hand, why would you take it? Because then that's kind of proving that you ran off.
I'm also wondering if she could have, like, this could depend on, like, a geographical sense of where this law firm is, but, like, I wonder if she, like, left work one day and her nightmares and her thoughts were driving her so crazy she was, like, intending to, like, kill herself. So she, like, walked off to a river or something.
Yeah, I mean,
because
you
you wouldn't need your car.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they, like, searched other places for her.
And there's also the theory that she didn't run away because of her parents. What if she was so afraid of this stalker that she ran away to get away from him?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like, I would totally understand wanting to change your name and your appearance and, like, where you live to avoid that situation.
Yeah.
Well, and her family actually said in the weeks leading up to her disappearance, she became way more involved in her looks. Like, she was not the person that really cared about makeup, hair, dresses, that kind of thing. But suddenly, the weeks leading up to this, she's wearing makeup, she's doing her hair every day, and she's dieting.
Because you need to look different.
I was thinking, like, if she was gonna run away, why wouldn't she just run away on the way to Bible college?
Because then they're gonna be suspicious why she never arrived. I mean, but yeah, same thing as we're at. I think this was a more controlled way for her to run away. Because it was from the law firm, so, like...
That's a place she goes to every day.
Yeah.
It's not a timed event, you know?
Yeah. If she did plan all this, she had already had the phone calls at the law firm, the sign at the law firm. Like, it's a lot more plausible for someone to take her from there than just on the road on the way to Bible college.
Yeah.
So that's probably why. But otherwise, this year, in August, is going to be the 44-year anniversary of her disappearance, meaning she would have been 64 today if she's still alive. She has never been found. There's never been any more clues involving her disappearance. She is simply gone.
Is that all we have?
That's it.
That's it?
She's gone.
That's insane.
So I know this was somewhat of a shorter one, but I wanted to fucking cover it because what the fuck?
That's just it. That's...
Like, no one ever found her ever again. It seems like her case wasn't heavily looked into because there was nothing. There's no clues.
Yeah.
It looks like she just up and left.
Yeah.
I wonder if... Okay, so she has a boyfriend. What if she met someone else? And she started talking to him. And she's like, I want out. And he helped her.
Yeah, that would go with the theory that she ran away.
Yeah.
See, if she was truly so afraid of a stalker, and not to, like, victim blame, but, like, if she was so afraid, she never went to the police about these harassing phone calls and about, like, hey, maybe this sign across the street is for me, and made reports of these things. Because if she had, maybe her disappearing, they would have looked into a lot more heavily.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, you already had these accounts of a stalker? Like, something's probably up.
Well, part of me also thinks that they wouldn't have believed her.
That
because
too.
this is in the 80s.
Yeah.
Like, there, like, weren't a lot of women's rights, you know? Like, there still isn't.
Yeah.
But, like, if a scared woman goes to the police, what are the chances they actually believe her?
True.
Because stalkers are hard to prove, especially in that time of day.
Yeah, you are right. It's just so weird how the law firm was just, like, empty.
Yeah.
And everything is left on.
Yeah.
Like she just came in and then she left.
Well, in that morning, she was seen by so many people. It was kind of like the same thing as Marilyn Monroe. Like, there was a bunch of people in and out. People saw her at the law firm, getting out of her car, going in, unlocking, like,
But
all
no
of that.
She
one
had
ever saw her
alibis.
leave.
Yeah, and no one ever saw her ever again. And that's the thing. No one sees you leave.
Yeah.
No one, if you truly were kidnapped, or even just you walked away because you ran away, no one saw you leave. It almost makes me feel like, I don't know, was there like a back door she went out of?
Yeah.
Like, how did
And
no
like
one
someone
see you?
picked her up.
Yeah, because there's just nothing. But your purse and your keys are there.
And she doesn't have any other item.
Yeah, like if you were kidnapped, why why would he take your purse?
Yeah.
Because if you had money in there, he's not going to take the full purse. Like, you're already locked in a law firm. Mm-hmm. You would take the time to just grab the money out of the purse and go.
Yeah. Well, that to me proves that he was a stalker and he wanted her things.
That is true.
Did we know anything about the boyfriend?
Nope.
We don't know a name or anything?
Nope.
I like to think that she just met someone and they were like, I'll help you get out, and then she just went.
Yeah.
But also that makes sense with the call, leading the police on a goose chase, being like, she's in a basement.
Ugh.
Under 2 White Houses.
No, that's so creepy. And, like, yeah, if you're already calling and you're already anonymous, like, why wouldn't you give more information if you truly care?
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I kind of believe she ran away. Because, one, just the romance novel, point blank, that's just weird.
Yeah.
The only thing that would go towards the theory that someone kidnapped her with the romance novel is that they were stalking her so extensively, they knew that book. Like, they saw her reading it, picked up the same book, found that scene, and staged it.
Yeah, what if it wasn't her book? What if they just brought it
That's
in
true.
and put it on like that?
That's true. That could be very true.
Yeah. This says one day at noon, Jim Rabbit and Jay Fieldstein, two of the lawyers, arrived back at the building to their office after meeting, and according to Jim Rabbit, it says, Jay and I came back from downtown, got to the door, and the lights were on. The door was locked. We unlocked the door, went inside, yelled for Cindy, and there was no answer. I started to look around out front. Cindy, when she would leave, would place the phones on hold, and that wasn't done either.
Yeah. Well, and another thing is, if she just ran away and started a new life, her social security number was never used for a job ever again. Like, it never came up.
Yeah.
So, she would have had to have faked everything.
Yeah. And what if she knew people that could fake everything?
That's true.
Well, I hope she's still alive and kicking. And if she's not, rest in peace. What was it, mob boss? Or someone that claimed they killed her?
It wasn't a mob boss. It was the drug dealer.
What if they could have just said it so that, like, no one would look for her? What if he was the one helping her get away?
That's fair.
Because he could get fake IDs. He could get all this stuff.
That's true.
And he could have just said it offhand, like, yeah, I killed her so no one would look for her.
Yeah.
And then someone just happened to overhear. That makes sense in my head.
Her dad had wondered if his daughter isn't living somewhere with amnesia as well.
Oh my god, it's Agatha Christie!
Right? That's the first thing. As soon as I saw her picture, I was like, she low-key reminds me of Agatha Christie.
Oh, that's terrifying.
But he had said, if she herself is out there, we want her to know that we love her, and we certainly want her to come back, whatever the case may be. The door is open. We certainly want anybody and everybody that can possibly help in this situation to do so.
So also, apparently, the drug ring that had Neller and Rodriguez in it, there was a total of 9 people part of that ring that were all indicted. It was just those 2 that she knew personally. But it was a huge ring. Like, we're not talking about just 2 guys dealing some fucking coke. This is a ring of 9 people that all were arrested for this and all got over 25 years. This was serious. So if she had found out about it, it is very possible that she was killed over it.
Yeah. Or what if she was in on it?
This could not be true, but a commenter said, the I love you Cindy graffiti is not related to this case in any way, shape, or form. The woman that message was referring to came forward years ago and put that theory to rest once and for all. The woman's name was Cynthia Belts and GW was Greg Wyszynski. Greg died in a motorcycle accident in 1983 and lived near the plaza of the law office. These 2 were a couple that lived in Toledo. This poor lady kept telling the police to stop bringing up this nonsense as it had no connection to the missing Cindy.
But why would he put it back up after it was taken down?
True. Ooh, so Neller was released from prison in 2001. He was living in a halfway house in the same city that she disappeared from. He was caught working as a paralegal after being made ineligible to work in the legal field under any roles in the state of Ohio. He died 2 months ago.
Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
There's another part that says, the latest information I have seen come from a document rejecting Rodriguez's attempt to be released during COVID. In the rejection, the judge noticed that he had once claimed to know who murdered Cindy and where her body was located and was willing to tell them if they let his son out of prison early.
Wow.
They refused to do that. Rodriguez could have been making it up, of course, but it's interesting. But then someone said, yes, it's possible he was making it up in a desperate attempt to help his son and himself, but dental records and DNA would likely be obstacles. So pretty much saying that he was lying.
Yeah.
I hope she's out there living her life. And if she's not, I hope she is having fun in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Party up.
Well, so, okay, I've just found 2 theories. These are just from someone on Reddit, so, like, these are just regular old theories that don't have anything to back them up, but still fun to talk about. One theory is that because she was gone around lunchtime, she was just taking her lunch break.
Oh.
So they think that she walked across the street to McDonald's and was just randomly abducted there.
And it wouldn't have anything to do with her stalker.
Yeah, rather than inside the law firm, which is why the law firm was left like that with the book open, because she just went to grab lunch.
Oh, and that explains why the calls weren't on hold, because she would assume she would be been back in time.
But where was everyone else in the office? Why was she the only one there?
Yeah,
I think
and
that
they did say she always left a note.
That's true. You're right about that. I think that law firms have weird hours. It's not like
They
you just
do.
show up. It's like it's not a 9 to 5.
Yeah,
like
you have to
you have
schedule
appointments.
appointments.
Yeah, because they're off doing legal stuff in courtrooms, so that's why you have a secretary.
Yeah.
Well,
no,
the
that's
other
fair.
theory is that the family is the one that actually did something to her because they wanted her to stay strict, and because she was focusing on her look, she was starting to quote get more worldly,
Oh.
and they were trying to stop that.
And she's also about to go off to college as well, so her parents aren't breathing down her neck 24/7.
She was leaving 2 weeks from the day she was taken.
Yeah, because she was excited to quit.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how they went through all these extensive links to, like, put these safety precautions in for her. And she couldn't even use them.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't even in the building. That we know of.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, too. If she was in the building, why wouldn't she hit the panic button?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, everything's gone. It's just weird. I do almost believe, though, like, she was gone on her lunch break. Mm-hmm. Even, maybe she did forget to take a note. I don't know. But, like, her wallet, her keys, her purse being gone, and not her car. Makes sense.
She walked across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just one of those cases that, like, it's like John Bonet. If I ever meet this woman in the afterlife, I'm gonna be like, what happened?
Please tell me what happened.
I would like to know your story, ma'am, because
But also,
this is
like,
weird.
if she just walked across the street to get lunch, how would no one see her?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if they interviewed anyone.
I think it's one of those that's kind of like Amber Alert. Like, when you're not paying attention, you're not
You
looking.
don't notice.
You're not gonna notice. And also, it's not like Atlanta. This isn't a booming town. This is a random town in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
It's not busy. So it's not like there's constantly cars driving up and down, or there's a grocery store right there. Like, this is just a small strip mall that has God knows what in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably a T-Mobile and the Prince Julius.
And one hair salon with a lot of old lady bitches that love to talk tea. But that is all we know about Cynthia. I knew this one was going to be a little bit shorter, but it was also just so weird
Yeah.
and also I'd never heard of it, so I was like, let's publicize this girl. Like, what the fuck?
And if you guys know anything more than what we've talked about, please let us know.
Or have
I'm
a theory.
interested.
Yeah.
Like, let us know
I
your
want to
theories.
hear about it.
Yeah.
I want to believe in my heart that she did just, like, run away and she's somewhere just living her fucking life.
Yeah.
Just wanted to be away from her family, and maybe just that's what she wanted. That's what I would love to believe. Mm-hmm. But parts of me do believe that something awful happened.
Yeah. I hope she changed her name, moved to a different country.
It's just having a great old time.
Yeah.
Do people in other countries have social security numbers?
Yeah, we
They
all have
do?
social security
Okay.
numbers.
I've never
happens-
been out of the country.
We don't get barcode tattoos. We get social security cards.
Yeah.
That are printed on paper thin material, but we're apparently supposed to keep pristine our entire lives.
What the fuck is that about?
Wait, what happens if you lose yours?
You can order a
Yeah.
replacement, but some places will not, like, take it because it'll
It's a
say, like, a
replacement.
copy.
Yeah.
It'll say copy on the bottom of it. Same with your birth certificate.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Like we said, if you have any theories about this, or have any thoughts about it, please let us know. We love reading about it. I think it's genuinely the funnest time in our community.
Check out our socials. We got
Yeah.
YouTube's, Insta, Twitter, Discord. Yeah.
We got a
Good.
ton of fun stuff. We got TikTok.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
you're
we do
so
have TikTok.
right.
We forget about TikTok all the time.
I do be. We're gonna get better about posting on there, guys.
Because Audie has made the
bad.
best edits on our YouTube, and if you haven't watched them, then your ass is grass.
Guys,
okay?
I tell them every week, I'm like, maybe no one else will find these funny. I'm having the best fucking time making them.
Audie
I think
showed
it's
me one of the latest ones, and I fucking lost it. Just the bloopers at the end, it's crazy.
Listen, if you're listening to this episode right now and you have not watched the ending bloopers of the Son of Sam episode, please go and do it right now. I'm not asking you to watch the whole thing. I'm asking you to watch that last minute, because I promise you will laugh.
It's so fucking funny. And we're gonna work on trying to get some clips for TikTok as well, because, you know, we'd be forgetting about it.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
We'll get there.
But it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be great, guys.
I will say, I think my favorite episode is the Son of Sam one, just because we so funny in it.
Because you were crashing the fuck out
Yeah.
in the beginning of that, girl. You were dying in
All
that
over
Because I
episode.
was like,
place.
who is Sam?
And meanwhile, here we are. Episode, I don't even know what we're on. 25? Something like that.
Sure.
One of them.
Son of Sam was 22.
This is 25.
So, yeah, 25.
Cool.
Oh, chill.
We're already halfway to a new theme song.
Yeah.
What the hell? What
What?
the hell?
Halfway to 50.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
We're a quarter of the way to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Guys, for 100 episode, I just want to go through and pick the funniest clips and we all present our 5 funniest moments.
Please.
Please.
Maybe we could
dress
do a
up
live
for
stream
it.
or something.
Yeah,
for
we
it.
have
That'd be
party
really
hats.
cool. Don't worry, I got cowboy hats.
You
They're in my
suck.
trunk.
No, I think we
I
should do...
bought party hats!
No, I think we should, like,
With the zoo pals.
have a house party
Wait, that'd be so
and, like,
cool.
film with everyone here.
Oh.
Aw, that'd be so cute.
Like a re-listen party.
uh-huh.
Oh.
Anyway, that won't be for, like, another year and a half.
Yeah.
But thanks for supporting us. We appreciate it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm Audie.
I'm Daddy.
Obelisk.
And this has been
Breakfast with
Bimbos. The harmony.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
I said it like a British person. If you listen back, you'll hear me just go, breakfast with bimbos.
I quit. No,
Guys,
2
it's a
weeks notice.
podcast of one. They have left me. Probably.
Also, my voice is... Ooh.
Tasmanian Devil's back.